Well then, let us begin Year 1, Season 1. Now, I've got to do a few things first, and, well, I'll basically explain what I've done. First off, I've moved the zone, the pasture zones, and I've moved them up to here. Now, that's also a fishing zone, which I've designated as well as a water source. And I've also set up so there's going to be a lot of digging and various felling of trees over here. A large quarry type area which will produce stone to begin with. I am building two buildings currently, which is the trade post and the fishery, I think. Although I've not... Have I put it in? You know, I'm not sure I've put it in. Trade depot... No, I don't think I have. Okay, so I haven't quite done that yet, but anyways, I will do that as soon as we get some stone. The plan is, because I was looking over this, I realise that we're not in the ideal situation here, being really honest, with all the massive beasts and things, so we need to close ourselves in a bit. So I've picked this area here is because we can build a wall, starting, say, here, where I've planned it, build a wall across to there, down here, and then along here. Once this is in place, we'll build something along the river, because one of the strangeties of a brook is that you can walk over it. It basically has no depth on this level. It does on this level, but not this one. So it means it's useless for defensive purposes. That said, once you build a wall over it, it'll be fine. Now, as you can see, I've kind of laid out how this is more or less going to go. This is going to be the workshop floor, which is going to have, on the outside you can see I've got various areas which are going to be storage. What I'm going to build into here, initially, is all the things I'm not going to need for too much. So I'm going to build a carpenter's store, possibly a couple of furnaces. Because as you can see, we've got plenty of coal, but we need obviously to make some charcoal first, before the coal starts producing enough coal to self-produce itself. I should explain that a bit better. Basically, coals produce 3 units of fuel. It needs 1 unit of fuel to get that free, so therefore, once I've got 1 set of coal made, the coal can make itself from the rest of it. That kind of made sense, right? Now, disappointingly, there's no outward metals looking above, and I was kind of hoping I'd find something, but I haven't. Found lots of coal, lots of gems, which I'm going to dig out once I'm a bit more established. And plenty of coal. We could probably make our finances that way, if we're honest. But there are supposedly shallow metals on this map somewhere, so we might get lucky and find some. In any case, I now need to assign some random jobs to people, because otherwise they will do nothing. So, oops, not that. That's the one. So, Biter, Surgeon, Comedian, you are also going to have, I think, considering it's partially medical related, it's Plant Gather. Delboy, we might as well give an actual job. I'm sure he'll love that. We'll go Carpentry and... oh god, I've done it again, haven't I? I have. Right. I don't know how much of this is going to be missed out, because unfortunately my Fraps key is currently set to Enter, or Num Enter, which I generally use when playing Dwarf Fortress because it's convenient. So, let me just work out exactly how much of this I've recorded and get back to you. Okay, crisis averted. We now have the Fraps key set properly. So anyway, Delmoy is set to Carpentry and Woodcutting, and in case I've missed it, Dr. Newbunkle is now also a Plant Gatherer. So, what we're also going to do is give... oh, I've actually got digging skills, so I'm not going to do it. StoneCrafter, no, that's vaguely useful. I think our multi-tooled Driximon, and that should be an X, I know, I apologise, is going to, temporarily at least, I think it's in farming, yeah, you're going to woodburn. We're pretty much going to do that once, and then we're going to leave it alone. StoneCrafter, I'm trying not to deviate too much here, but I think we'll let you... no, actually, you know what? You can also do furnace operating, because really we don't have a lot of other choice in the matter. Meko, pretty much fishing's fine. In fact, I'll just make sure you are set up to be complete fish. Complete Fisherdorf. You've got most of our early duties to do, but I guess for the immediate time being, you can do some plant gathering as well. And you... let's think about this. You might as well... you know what, let's actually start. No jobs, but he can go and do social bits for a while, and he's decided he's going to fish over there. Okay, he can do that if he wants. We've struck more coal. Ah. I was going to use that as a rubbish dump, not as a thing there, but oh well, we've done it now. Right. Shouldn't be a problem, because I can still potentially build a house and something there, so that's alright. So I wanted only as few ways in as I could get away with. Now I'm hoping for a reasonable amount of loam here, because, well, we don't have any farmers yet. Yeah, we might not have that as a storage area. Might not. At the very least, you will note, that is stone. Now this, as I said, the storage floor mostly, and I'm going to have to expand that to get the coal, but we need to dig area out first, so we'll worry about that later. And besides, the amount of coal we're going to have, nothing to catch in those swamps. Also, are my zones assigned properly? Okay. Ah, they haven't been put there yet. He's been that's why he's dragging them there. Alright, no worries. Now this... prickleberry, but we actually... well, actually, we got an area dug out now, so at the very least we can use that as our initial stockpile. Got exactly 4 bits of... 4 bits of stone. Alright, let's build our first workshop. Fishery, which can go... see, I definitely intended to build it, because that's why I put that there. And we'll build it out of chalk. Right, turkeys are in position. And I believe that is an area we can build a stockpile with. So let's begin with a furniture storage. small one. We then want a finished goods stockpile over to there. We want a weapons stockpile, small, an armour stockpile, small, a gem stockpile, actually no, not a gem stockpile, I think for the moment we'll see what we need first. Now as you can see, because we've only got a digging skill of 9, which will go up fast enough, we're not getting stone every time we dig, which means we're wasting a lot of chalk, comparatively. We're also kind of missing coal, but oh boy, here's the expedition leader, as he was supposed to be. Also, I'm going to remove a designation here, because what I want to do... in fact, do that. Certain areas I want dug out first. I wouldn't mind with that top area being dug out, to be perfectly honest. No, he's not hauling, but let's actually turn off the hauling for our digger, because, to be honest, worst thing we can be doing with him, though we'll keep the refuse one on. Right, once that's done, what we need to do is set up a basic food stockpile, which will... actually, we can do that now, actually. So, food. This one should be fairly large because we brought quite a lot of things with us. So that one's already full. What was that? That was our furniture stockpile. So as soon as I'm done digging that out, we'll put a furniture stockpile in there. In fact, actually, I think they're both full. But yeah, furniture stockpile will do and go there. Right, and it looks like we've actually got some food. And we have some buildings. Oh no, once you're actually done. So actually to build that, Meko, I know you don't particularly want to bother with society, but try to blend in. Do some... don't do any fishing. We have plenty of wood that's been dug, and as we can see, things are happening now. Mostly getting rid of all of the wall sections. Hopefully you're not just sitting there and doing nothing, because that would annoy me. We have a load of lungfish, which are unfortunately amphibious, so they'll be annoying us for a while. Right, that's built. Now, what we can get you to do... oh, caps lock on. Ugh. We can then get you to do is back to fishing. So now you've built that, you can go and do your own thing for a bit. Now hopefully... I've just noticed we got no bauxite out of all of that. Not that it's a problem, because all it is magma resistant at the moment, rather than anything particularly useful. So, Dwarf Fortress. Love this game. Absolutely love this game. I'm useless at it, I'll concede. But I do love it. How does that look from a... the only problem with building it like this, but I suppose as long as I got the walls in place... and then I build the second walls on top... there's things to think about. Right, what I'm going to do now, and this is probably a mistake, because it's a major one, sort of. Actually, no it isn't. Let's put a carpenter's workshop here. It's only a temporary thing, but we want to make use of some of this wood. Also, want to build a furnace, I believe. But actually, now we can build a furnace. Oops, yeah. Wood furnace. And we can build that there, out of chalk. So these are really temporary measures, so I'm probably not going to make houses with these. Probably not. We shall see. Hey, lizards. Now we have some gems already, which we could make a start. The important thing is that once they're built, they can have no way actually doing things, which is bizarre in and of itself. What we need, more than anything else at the moment, are beds. 7 of them. Then, what else do we actually need? Could probably... not sure. Probably train building massive things, but for the moment the beds are the most important thing, so we'll have those built. Then, if this is done, we want charcoal. Just 1 unit will do, and then we can basically dismantle that thing for everything except, I suppose, ash. We can make potash, which would be more helpful if we had, say, bismuth coal's been... Hey! Bismuth coal. And yes, that's all loam. That's actually quite useful that we know that. Right. So we have our first storage area done. If we build... I think we want to build towards residential for now. So that's what I will do. So I have this planned this time round. I normally do to some extent. Yeah, that's all loam. I was kind of hoping it was. Because now what will essentially be, as much as possible, that is going to be a dining area, I think, if we can get away with it. Because I wasn't sure. I wanted to leave a dining area around here with food workshops. That's why I got the blocks of 4 down there. But I needed a farm somewhere, obviously, and I wasn't sure where if I was going to be lucky enough to do it that way. As it happens, that is more than enough farm space. More than enough, really. So our farm is finished. Huzzah! Right. Now what I am going to do is set up for another storage area, which is going to go... In fact, yes. Let's move this. So that's 1, 2, 3, and no real way of doing it other than that, so for neatness we'll do things that way around. Just want one other storage area done, as long as it's mostly... actually, it's only likely to be loam on that side, considering. Still get some more stone. I mean, we still have all the area out here we really need to do with, but... Speaking of stone, actually... Let's consider... If we have the furnace outside, and I do it as... Because this furnace can actually be quite a good way of getting funding early. So if I build a furnace there, I'd have enough room to do my little outside building trick. So actually that will work quite nicely. I think also we need to start work on that walls. So needs blocks, that's a well. What's a wall? Because if I go like that, you can see more or less what I'm planning here. So build a wall like that out of chalk. I'm not planning on getting all of it done, but I want to... Oh, actually, I need some way in. Probably 3 wide, so we can go chalk there. If I I then build single bits of wall. Interestingly, I think that trains it better, the mason skill better. What I can then do... Now I realise the water doesn't actually stop them, but that will give me a basic outlay of where I want to build it and where I want it to go. And this means that our mason has a job. Speaking of which, I'm going to actually dismantle the wagon, because that gives us 3 extra logs. Hey, we've struck a Mephist. You see, now I'm tempted not to necessarily go for the it's a bit awkward, this one, because there's plenty of stuff I need up, but then again, so I guess something like that. Something like that tells me I should probably concentrate on the workshops. Difficult. We're going to go and do the workshops then. Although you're bound to be distracted by other things, you generally are. But we have 7 beds built. And look at that, the wall's being built as well. And if that's a colony of bees, those ants. Bees are probably around somewhere. I don't think there's something we have to worry about necessarily. We'll just check whether the horses are doing okay. Huge muscular... Yeah, the horses have enough grazing. Do the turkeys? I assume they do. Enormous yet very weak. Very muscular and gigantic. Things like that sometimes. Yeah, apparently we can't build it. I thought you could, but apparently you can't. I was thinking about building nest boxes, because actually, eggs are not bad for an early food source. And obviously, if we don't, if I forbid them and keep them around long enough, we can get more turkeys that way, which, again, food source. So it looks like our food stockpile is completely full. So let's... No, it's not surprising, we took quite a fair amount of food with us actually. So let's go and make that the food stockpile. Then build another furniture one here. Another finished goods one to there. And even though it's currently covered with stones, it won't be for much longer. We'll make a small gem stockpile. Resume. Oh, just had one fort. No, that wasn't the fort. Where is it? Status. Kitchen. Right, what don't we want them to be eating? I think I'm going to have to ban them from cooking and brewing plump helmets. Because we might... In fact, we're almost definitely going to need them. We got fish, and we're getting quite a fair amount of it. So what I shall do... Because if this was going to be the dining area... Depends how much of this I can get away with, really. We'll have to see. There's plenty of stuff I need, and I'm only having one digger obviously means it only gets done at half pace. Also, I'm probably going to dig out this little area just because there's free coal and a gem. We kind of can't afford to waste that. Do 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 do. Okay, so that's now done. I'm going to build a temporary wood stockpile here, so that will give some people stuff to do, and we can do things with carpentry if we want to. And actually, it's probably a reasonably useful place for it, considering where it is. And that gets most of what's left of this away. They've still got beer there, just sitting there on its own. And if we look there, now we can start making coke. So let's see how this goes. In fact, I should probably move the furnace a bit closer, but as you can see, there's the charcoal. And from now on, he's going to be more bauxite. That's not so much of a hassle for us, though. See, he's digging out all of that for us. I was hoping that'd be reasonably quick, but well, the wall's in. What I shall do then is just lay out the second part. No, actually, I can't really, because he hasn't. Our miner, ShadowHawk Thunderbane, has not quite finished his job yet. Still, as we can see, we have coke. We can't even appraise it properly because we don't have an appraiser. That's how bad our situation actually is. Let's hope we get somebody who can do it in a first wave of immigrants. Because otherwise we're just going to get screwed. Right, so that area is done. And I think then, let us build another workshop. The kitchen, which can go there and be made out of bauxite, because we now have bauxite blocks. I'll probably at some stage build a general purpose, because if this is going to be our food preparation area, then I should probably have a dedicated food stockpile there. Depends how I do. Also want another workshop, farmer's workshop, which can go... Actually, it can go there. Out of chalk. And then we want a butcher's. And then we can put the tanners next door. Hold on. Can we build that out of bauxite? We don't have any spare, do we? I'm sure we don't have any spare bauxite. Oh well. I'm sure somebody will work something out in a moment. Okay, so the walls have all been... That's now been basically taken care of. Apart from that one little bit. So... have we taken everything from there? Just about, actually. Thing I'm thinking of, because this is going to get that will get full quite fast, so what we need is a barn block stockpile. Coal, I think, is worth a reasonable amount as well, so oh, hold on, I just noticed one thing, but apparently they got out of that, so might get away with it. Just going to build that in there just in case. Yeah, they can get through. I was just slightly concerned for half a moment that they couldn't. Right. We need the workshops up and running now. So, Let's just put in. I don't pretend that we can build anything there yet, but level works, is it? No one a tanner's shop, which can go there, and bauxite, because it looks nice and red. So that's the last of this area being dug out, and hopefully from there, as long as we're careful. I know something we can actually do with that carpenters. Let's build cages. Lots of cages. They're only made of wood, they're practically useless, but this also means we have to build something else which I've forgotten about, which actually it's a bit of a mistake on my part. Not that. We need a mechanics workshop, which can go... I suppose it can technically go there. And it can be made out of wood, because why not? Plenty of nearby access to stone. Delboy's got something to do. Huzzah! And yeah, the reason I'm saying we need a bar and block stockpile is because this is now going to get... Yeah, it's already cluttered. Which happened quite fast, actually. So pile, bar, block. Up to about there, actually, should do. Right. Then, we've got a reasonably large food stockpile there already. Furniture. Finished goods. So hopefully now, they'll come and unclutter that in a moment. And as I mentioned earlier, yes, we can get across that brook, no problem whatsoever. Oh, I wish we could value that. I really wish we could, because it's probably going to be our main source of income and trade for quite a considerable amount of time. Okay, Mr. Doctor, sir. Let's see what you're like at the moment. Satisfied at work lately, complained of lack of chairs lately. Very well, we shall... that's good for real. Okay. Health is all okay. Thinking. What jobs are you doing other than Miter, dabbling herbalist? I think there's something else you can dabble in for now, because it'll build you traction benches later, so you can go engineering, mechanics. Resume, and then... I don't know. He's got to build it first, but hopefully he should now. Well, as soon as there's a few less bars and blocks that need doing. Hey! A doctor is in! And now the doctor shall make mechanisms. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've lost track of how many actually cages we built, but... that seems a reasonable match. Then we're going to set those up. I don't pretend this is a good line of defence initially, wooden cages, but it'll do for a start. Next, we're going to pill the second wall. And we want to start it... I think it might be better to start it here. I realise we can go down a bit further, but... all out of chalk, another wall. That can go there. Make it out of coke, actually, the way we're going. Right, what I'm then going to do is... oops. Designation, chop down trees, and get rid of all of these little wooden bits that are going to be in the way very shortly. We can then go and gather plants on as well, because there's a fair amount of stuff over the river that might be useful. Right. How goes it? Well, it's slowly getting towards the workshops. I think I'm going to have to turn the repeat off of this job. Do it once more. But, I mean... it's a good little bit of industry we got going there. We have virtually all the fuel we want, and it's... I almost never... no, where's quartz? Huzzah, we have red gems. We're definitely, once she gets that first few workshops space done, we're going to be in reasonable good condition, I think. What are you going to do now? Oh, bad loss. That's fine. That didn't take any time whatsoever. Just checking on how proficient mason, but of course building walls is part of masonry, so we'll have a proper workshop for him at some stage. Are we still getting wood from over there? No, we've cleared all that off. We now have that sorted, and as wood gets used, wood gets replaced. That's a useful stockpile debate for that, actually. That's our weapon and whatever stockpile. Ah, I went the wrong way. Oh well. Dig out this one. Are you actually stuck there? Because if you are, that's amusing, but at the same time... Oh no, that's alright. Wouldn't be the first time I've put somebody into a position they cannot actually get out of. See, I think we need to get workshops done very soon, because look at it. We're just... What I am going to do though, because I'm premonition about these sorts of things, we're going to build 4 doors. Once we're done with that. Gathering plants, and felling trees. And Stu99SJW has become the expedition leader yet again. Now let's just go and head you off slightly, because we do want some workshops done. Although the chalk is appreciated, I'll give you that. We struck rose quartz again. It's always annoying when I make these nice patterns which I want to I think, okay, this will be perfect. We'll just design it aesthetically like this. And then the gems appear right in the middle of it, so I have to wreck it in order to get them. Mind you, we are not shy on gems in this area, has to be said. And if you can dig out a nice 9x9, I can actually go and start making things. I don't know what it is, mine seem to have a preconception that we can't... Oh, look, another gem with the green jade in the middle of our plans. But he will not build in 9x9, and I just realised I should really have cut him off a while back. I can always restart these, but I prefer to sort of... You have to guide where possible. And he's gone completely somewhere else. So let's just go and cut these bits off. That bit and that bit. I'll sort it out in a moment. Don't know where he's going, possibly for food. Or he's gone on a break. Have a Kit Kat. Whatever he wants to do. What I am going to do, because I've just thought about this, I've had this kitchen up for a while and not really done anything with it. Let's have repeated easy meals from people. Or a person, anyway. And there he goes. And lungfish have gone then. Now, mass-producing easy meals is the fastest way to train his cookery skill, so that's how we'll go there. Also, it will... You see, you still haven't built anything 9x9. Come on. No. It's too much to ask for you to build something 9x9, isn't it? Even when I put a 6... Now we're into summer. Huzzah. So therefore, I think once we are done here... Come on, just finish off that. Give us a 9x9. See what I mean? See what I mean? In any case then, spring is over. The fortress has begun. So, comments so far, things I'm stupid for not realising, things you think I should be doing. Comments below, please. Until next time.